Did you know that when you're making a snowman, you should not use cotton balls instead of snow? Instead, you should use snow. This is because cotton balls are for crafting, not for building snowmen. Did you know that when you're cooking spaghetti, you should not use shoelaces instead of pasta? Instead, you should use pasta. This is because shoelaces are for shoes, not for eating. Did you know that when you're writing a poem, you should not use pieces of lettuce instead of paper? Instead, you should use paper. This is because lettuce is for salads, not for writing. Did you know that when you're wrapping a gift, you should not use aluminum foil instead of wrapping paper? Instead, you should use wrapping paper. This is because aluminum foil is for the kitchen, not for gifts. Did you know that when you're building a sandcastle, you should not use sugar instead of sand? Instead, you should use sand. This is because sugar is for sweetening, not for constructing. Did you know that when you're making a painting, you should not use ketchup instead of paint? Instead, you should use paint. This is because ketchup is for hot dogs, not for art. Did you know that when you're making pancakes, you should not use soap bubbles instead of batter? Instead, you should use batter. This is because soap bubbles are for washing, not for eating. Did you know that when you're blowing up balloons, you should not use watermelons instead of balloons? Instead, you should use balloons. This is because watermelons are for eating, not for decorating. Did you know that when you're building a treehouse, you should not use cardboard instead of wood? Instead, you should use wood. This is because cardboard is for crafts, not for construction. Did you know that when you're writing a novel, you should not use leaves instead of paper? Instead, you should use paper. This is because leaves are for nature, not for writing.